Game 6 goes to the Pacers, and Indiana's going to the NBA Finals for the first time in 25 years. And to me, the most impressive takeaway was the Indiana Pacers, a pretty young team, a pretty green team, seized the moment and lived up to the moment. In this series, there were 2 gut check, 3 gut check moments, and the Pacers took all 3. Game 1, down 12, 2.5 to play. The Pacers come all the way back and nearly win it in regulation on the Tyrese Halliburton 3 that was a 2. Then, in overtime, when maybe they could be demoralized because it wasn't a game winner, take game 1. Gut check number 1. Number 2, game 2, when the Knicks knew they had to split at home, you have to get game number 2. The Pacers had already gotten their road victory, were not satisfied. Game 2, the urgency was on the Pacers, and Indiana takes game 2, the second gut check. And then game 6 at home. Game 6 at home was the closeout game. You couldn't really let this thing go back to Madison Square Garden without feeling a little squeamish. And not only did the Pacers win game 6, but won in a flourish. And that was a break-your-neck kind of performance from everybody on the Pacers. Gut check 3. For an Indiana team that had been to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but had not been to the NBA Finals, for a team that has Pascal Siakam, who has some experience, but by and large, a bunch of players that are just kind of growing together, Tyrese Halliburton, Nesmith, Nembhard, go down the list. These guys, Obi Toppin, these guys came through something together and recognized this is the moment. That's rare, and it's impressive to watch. And I thought, that's really impressive from the Pacers because they were ready for this. And maybe it was just about last year, but I think it was also coaching. Rick Carlisle is a wizard. I think Tyrese Halliburton's desire to be more recognized, a bigger star, a villain, whatever that is that's inside of him, he wanted that, and it filtered down to everybody else. And then also the experience they had together and the style of play. They had played together long enough to where they knew one another. They were comfortable with one another. They knew what to expect. And that frantic, frenetic, push-the-pace style of basketball can put the opponent on its heels constantly, and it did that to the Knicks throughout the entire series. Such an impressive performance by the Pacers. I thought it was fantastic. The scene last night at the Fieldhouse was awesome, and Indiana's the state of basketball. So good on you. That was awesome. Great job by the Pacers. And when I talk about familiarity with one another, an expectation of what I know my teammate's going to deliver, that did not exist on the other side.